Welcome. I'm Gabe.
And I'm Anthony, and this is the Introspection and Banter podcast, or INB for short.
I just totally accidentally almost knocked over my book stand of manga when I was introducing myself.
That's a great way to start episode one.
Oh yeah, totally. Episode 1, November
28th?
28th. Yeah, the 28th. No, no, 28th of November. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, all the other nonsense. It was snowing over here where I'm at. It was snowing over there
uh,
too.
yeah, yesterday it was snowing. I went out for a drink with one of my coworkers, and I'm inside at work all day, so I didn't notice, but went outside, my car was covered in like a light flurry.
Oh, yeah. That's what we had today too, like just a few light flurries. I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of the cold.
Neither am I, especially because it dries out my skin, and
Mm.
I don't have amazingly beautiful skin to begin with. So
The worst part for me is, how I have an ingrown toe, right?
yeah,
I unpacked my Uggs earlier today because I found them
okay.
finally, and they freaking they put too much pressure on the bad toe, so I cannot wear them at all.
I thought you were gonna say something about like being like a minority or something. You have like really dry skin or something. I guess I
I
was
mean,
wrong there.
I do have really dry skin, but that's not the reason why.
Oh,
I hate the cold weather.
sure.
Yeah. Uh, so how was your weekend, by the way?
My weekend. What the hell did I do? It was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I went out with my coworkers twice, and I mean, we went drinking. And although like I wish I had a better time with them, it was still fun. The highlight though was like I said yesterday when I went out, uh, me and my friend, uh, he was hesitant about going out. I convinced him, and they had like a 52-ounce drink that you had to split between at least two people.
Hmm.
And the bartender's like, "What can I get for you guys?" And I immediately asked for this drink.
And what?
I drank most of it myself because he doesn't drink that much.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I was sick when I left.
That's why drinking's bad for you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Try to take a break now. How was yours though?
The highlight of my weekend was getting out of work early on Thanksgiving, and by
Oh my
early,
god.
I
Uh,
mean 4 o'clock.
oh, wait, you worked on Thanksgiving?
I worked. I So this week I worked from Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay.
So Thanksgiving I was working. I worked on Black Friday. What's Saturday called? Small Business Saturday, and I worked
I have no
today.
idea.
Thank God I'm not working for Monday.
So you did not work Thanksgiving.
No, I did work Thanksgiving.
Oh my god. Why are they open?
We're open every day of the year. I work
That's dumb.
I literally every day of the year. I
Christmas?
guess yeah, Christmas Day we're open.
That's
That's the
stupid.
be- that's
Bro,
the
aren't you
best
just a
play.
don't you work at a toy store, video game shop?
Yeah, what better last minute gift than a video game because freaking Amazon's taking too long to deliver your present, you know?
That is whack.
Yeah, you're like,
I
oh shit, I gotta go to the Christmas party, but I don't got anything. Let me
yeah.
pop into the game shop real quick. The one day we're not open is New Year's Day. Not New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Oh, just today. Oh, yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone's too drunk or something.
hmm It's also the reason why what's it called? Why I think I trying to remember. I think we also leave early on New Year's Eve simply because we don't want drunk driving accidents.
Ah, okay. I guess that's a good enough of a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
It.
The,
What's funny though is I thought my work was bad because I was gonna say my only day off this week was Thanksgiving.
your only day off was
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
was Thanksgiving. Yes, I worked like 4 days or something. Had Thanksgiving off, then worked another 2 days,
You work at a
and then
brewery, don't you?
yes, and restaurant.
Oh, it's both.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Mm,
and to be honest, not much beer is actually brewed at my job. Like, I know some is, but like they just have two brewers come in and like they just brew the beer. It's not like I help with that at all.
yeah, when it comes to like working on Thanksgiving, at least there's not a lot of people coming in and out.
That's yeah, makes sense.
Funny enough,
Why-
this year during Black Friday, we did
Yeah,
not get a lot of traffic like we usually do, and I think it's because my store has finally cemented itself as the one store that does not have Black Friday sales in my city.
really,
It finally gained that reputation, yeah.
that is funny.
Yeah,
Did
because
I'm guessing a bunch of people had to have called though.
no, like not
Really?
even. That's what really surprised me is that no one called about Black Friday sales or anything. I think we've really did it. We finally cemented ourselves as the one store selling overpriced shit with no Black Friday sales. And I'm proud because that means I don't have to like fucking deal with people on those
Makes
days.
sense.
Oh my god. Like last year on Black Friday was fucking abysmal, dude. Too many
Oh, was
people calling.
that
Then they
busy?
want to yeah, they well then the other thing too is they want to argue with you. It's like, well, you got Black Friday deals. I'm like, do I look like the store owner? I'm not the store owner. I'm just the guy who sits behind the counter to sell shit to you.
I mean, sometimes I feel like that at work.
Or like the worst
Like,
part is go sorry,
what?
go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm just a server assistant, right? So I run them food, I bust tables, and like sometimes they'll ask me for something like, yeah, like can I put an order in with you, or like, can you give me another beer or something? And I'm just like, that's not my, literally not my job.
At least
So I
they're
just say
asking
like,
you.
I'll find your server.
Yeah, they're asking, can I place my order with you, instead of saying, I want this.
I mean,
And that
they don't specifically ask to place their order with me, but they're like, oh yeah, can I? Yeah, I wanted to order like something else, and I was like, I can't do that.
and the other
Even if
thing
I
is,
knew how, I still wouldn't.
there are people at my job who like don't understand that just because GameStop has sales doesn't mean the price of video games have gone down, like
Really?
universally. So
Yeah.
GameStop had some ridiculous sales this year. Like
Yeah.
games that came out like last month, they're still going for like 60 and shit, were dropped to like $20 and stuff like
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah, I think like NBA and shit was like 20 and
Okay.
things like that. Uh, I know like Vanguard I think was like $30, even though it like came out earlier in the month. Then also I think for certain games, even new ones, like you buy certain specific items where like if you buy two, which were on sale by the way, you buy two, get another one free. And it's not, and these were like brand new items, not just like used stuff, things like that. I don't know, GameStop always has like some really ridiculous thing going on, but this year I think I'm trying to remember last year's sales, but I don't know. Like I think this year they really went over above and beyond, which led to like a lot of people complaining like this game's $20 at GameStop, and it's like you have to stop yourself from like saying, well then maybe you should
Oh,
go to GameStop.
go to GameStop.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? You don't want to pay the
I,
fare to go downtown?
I
Oh, sorry.
I
I
think
guess you
it's
gotta
funny
pay the extra
how
$40.
I think it's funny how much like priority people sometimes think they have, and like it's like, bro, you really don't. The customer isn't always right. Hell, if you think the customer is always right, you're probably working the wrong job.
90% of the time the customer is wrong. PB, it's true. Look, customers have like a really big like what's it
Ego?
called? Yeah, ego. They think they're really hot shit. Like I'm never coming back here again with like good riddance.
Yeah. I mean, certainly not all of them. I've had like joyful
No, no,
people.
no. I have a couple of regulars that I love like seeing every time they come in, talking this
Yeah.
shit for a bit. I was like, explaining to one guy who's a regular, always constantly buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my shop. He asked me how my Thanksgiving was, and I was like, "Yeah, I literally just got home after work, grabbed some food, laid back in my bed, and played like Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the rest of the day."
How's your
That was the
Thanksgiving?
highlight of that was the highlight of my week and weekend and my Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. especially since that meant I didn't have to cook for the next few days because all the leftovers were still in the fridge. You didn't invite? Did you invite anyone over for Thanksgiving, Antoine?
Uh, I did not. Well, no, I didn't. My Thanksgiving plans. So like, I stayed at home because I didn't want to drive back to like my parents.
Yeah.
So I didn't go anywhere because like I wasn't invited anywhere, and I was gonna hang out with my buddy Jan, who I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Except he found out like his parents were still doing something because like they weren't gonna because his mom had COVID, and then like I guess they still decided to do something. I don't really know how it all worked. So I
Hmm.
just chilled at home. But I did. My fraternity had a bros giving, like friends giving sort of thing. That was awesome. Like we were singing songs, playing music. Like it was a riot. Food was delicious. Hadn't seen like some of these people in months.
That's a great name.
Bros giving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
uh,
works.
yeah, it
I
really
think
did.
the sorority calls theirs like a sisters giving or something like that.
I see. That's not as cool.
Wow. Would you ask me though specifically? Like I don't remember. You just asked what I did. Oh no,
Yeah.
you asked if I invite anyone over.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jan were gonna hang out. That was about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like my thing. My thing is my sister's working overnight. I was working
Yeah.
during. My mom is in a wheelchair, and my grandma's just my grandma. So that's literally the only people I'm at my Thanksgiving. No big family elaborate dinner. Just literally, I made pork just today and some extra rice and potatoes. That
Roommates
was
told
that's
me to
how much
invite
it's
my
called.
brother over though.
What happened?
My roommates told me they were like, you should invite your brother up so you guys could like do your own Thanksgiving dinner.
uh, how was your brother, by the way?
Oh, it's pretty good. He drove back to college today. I was talking to him like a couple hours before I talked to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I think sometimes he gets like annoyed, like be like he probably likes coming home to like for like break and stuff. But I think like coming home from break after a while can like get annoying.
I feel you. I got to a point when I was over staying
Yeah.
at campus with you that like during the holidays I kind of did not want to travel back
Actually,
home.
yeah. Didn't you, like you were trying to like stay home for Christmas, weren't you?
I there was one Christmas where I straight up was trying to come up with every excuse to just stay in Pennsylvania
Yeah.
instead of traveling back to New Jersey, and ultimately I ended up still going.
I was there only for a
Like,
couple of days though.
well, like normally, yeah, I would leave like as soon as like break starts, but this one I literally only stayed for like a few days. I
Yeah,
think I
that's what I
came I
thought.
traveled on the 23rd, I think.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you remember when your dad gave you a whole turkey?
Did he give me a whole turkey?
Yeah, because Kay cooked it.
Yo, yeah, he did. He did give me a whole damn turkey.
I was not there for it, but I remember like some of that.
Yeah, I remember now. My father did give me a whole ass turkey for some reason. I was like, yeah, thanks. I don't know how to cook this. I don't know where I would put this in my house. But I'm just glad Kay was our roommate who actually knew how to cook.
But yeah, dude would cook quite often, but like
He did not cook quite often, but when he did cook, divine soul food.
okay, I don't remember how often he cooked, but like yeah, he like his cooking was like decently well. Bro, oh my gosh. Yo, what about when I invited you over and you were like, for a white man, you cook pretty well.
I was like, damn, Anthony, you actually have spices in your kitchen and seasoning. The first time I've seen a white man
It's
cook with
like, what?
seasoning.
Oh my gosh. What I think's funny is that's the sort of shit you can say to your friends.
Yeah. Like, damn, son, you have a spice, right?
It's like, what? And it was seeing this in a white man's
White
house.
man's
The
house
heck?
before. My current house right now is looks like what a white man's house would be because there's like nothing in the cupboards yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just
Y-
recently moved, so
Yeah.
everything's in boxes. I did
Yeah,
find like the greatest discovery was like on Wednesday because my grandma was like, "Well, how am I supposed to cook like the pernil without like anything?" I was like, "Hold on a second, give me a knife," and I like had to scavenge through boxes. I was like, "Here, found some adobo. That's all you need, baby." And I gave it to her.
so it's like everything spiced.
That is the the Hispanics everything spice. Yeah,
That
it's like
shit
you
on
put that.
everything.
You really do. Like I literally just made some tuna for my sister.
Yeah.
I put that shit in there in the tuna. Yeah, while making it. You really do put that shit on everything when you are Hispanic. It's like the go-to. That your cornflakes need some flavor, you put some adobo on it.
Oh my god. No, are you kidding me? Cornflakes, bro. I can't eat cereal. That's too spicy.
Oh man, I to get it like like that's a funny stereotype of like the white people can handle spice, and I thought
Yeah.
that's what it was for like the longest. It's just as like a dumb stereotype that's not real, right?
Yeah.
Until I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with one of my other friends,
Yeah. I was
and
gonna
we
say,
just
isn't there like some sort of like has like generational thing about it?
I don't know about that.
I don't know either. Just like I figured maybe like other cultures like eat a lot more spicy food or something.
I think that is true. I think white people just like Europeans historically just have weaker had used weaker spices compared to like everyone else.
Yeah.
I know for a fact when I took one of my white friends to Buffalo Wild Wings, I noticed that he could not go past the barbecue. Not spicy
What?
barbecue by any chance,
What?
just barbecue.
Oof.
Literally just barbecue was too spicy for him, and I was like, okay, dude.
Oh,
He
you
would
know what?
have,
I just realized we need to get Kay on here as a guest.
that is true. We do need Kay on here as a guest. He could tell us some stories from Washington, D.C.
He's living in Washington State right now, but yeah, I'm sure he could tell us about the DMV.
Oh, he can also talk to us about his cooking skills.
True that.
But my guy, barbecue, too much for this white man. And I was like, damn, the stereotype is
Barbecues.
true.
I love if it was like sweet barbecue
It wasn't even that, it was just
with
normal
a honey
barbecue.
glaze.
It was just normal barbecue.
Just barbecue.
Maybe it didn't help that he was hanging out with like a Guyanese guy,
Yeah,
me, and another Hispanic. Because we kept going up like the different levels of spiciness until we got to the max one. By the
yeah.
time we got to the max like spicy chicken, I forgot what it was called at that time. There was only two of us left. Me,
Y'all were like going up the chain.
we were. It was me and my good Guyanese friend. Let's call him P Chan. My God, that chicken when I put it in my mouth, it touched the right side of my mouth, and I went deaf in my right ear for like a few seconds.
Oh,
That's how hot it was.
so when I went out with my coworkers 2 nights ago, my the one was like, "Hey, you want to split an appetizer with me, like an appetizer tray?" And I was like, "Yeah, what is it, like $8 each?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, let's get some wings." And he's like, "What sauce should we go with?" I saw there was one on there called Ghostface Killer, and I was like,
Oh my God.
"Ghostface Killer." Like, I didn't really like. I saw it was spicy, but I just really like the name. We ordered it on the side because we didn't want them drenched in it. We didn't know how hot it was gonna be, and I dip a wing like decently well in it, right? And I eat this wing, bro. Oh, bro, I went pale. Like I was like, that is so hot. Yeah, it was very hot.
Yeah, it do be like that. I tried the ghost pepper sauce from Wendy's the other day.
Yeah,
No,
no,
no.
I
You
might
know
try
what?
it. There's a Wendy's like a block away from me.
Try it. It's like I liked it, but it was like
I get
I
it with
need
some
to.
like chicken nuggets, right? I
That's
could
what
do
I
that.
got. I got it with
All
chicken
right,
nuggets.
sweet. To be honest, I usually get the sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour is okay.
Funny enough, depending on where I go, I get a different sauce. Sweet and sour. If I go to KFC, finger licking good.
Yeah, with finger
Chick-fil-A,
licking good stuff.
Chick-fil-A sauce. Arby's, honey mustard.
And like each restaurant has like special like recipe. So
That's true.
I mean,
That
Chick-fil-A
is
literally
true.
is like a special recipe.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A sauce.
They
To be
wasn't
fair,
there.
KFC's finger licking good sauce. I'm pretty sure that's like a secret recipe of some sort as well.
I like the fact that for there was a time period I think earlier in this year or maybe last year where those sauces were in low stock
What?
because there was
Chick-fil-A
not.
sauce.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A sauce was in low stock where they were limiting how many you can get
I
because they
might have
just
heard
were not.
about that.
They just weren't producing them at like max capacity. Like
Yeah.
the production wasn't like high enough, so there was not enough supply to meet with the demand, so
Yeah.
they had to like ration it out. My
Do you like
sister,
Chick-fil-A sauce? Like, do you get
my
it?
I get it, but like I don't really go to Chick-fil-A that much. My sister
Okay.
loves it though. So when
Yeah, I
that
mean,
started
I like it a
happening,
lot too. And it's the most disappointing thing when you open the bag and there's like one or two Chick-fil-A sauces and you have like so many nuggets and French fries. It's like, excuse me? Like, bro, I gotta ration this out between 20 nuggets?
my sister was stockpiling it.
Really?
Yeah, so like there was an alcove in my fridge where like she just had like a bunch of Chick-fil-A sauce
Yeah.
packets.
I bet she was excited when they started selling it in stores.
Oh yeah, she started buying the bottle.
Yeah. I've
Uh,
like meant to buy it in the store. I just like haven't like thought about it. I actually don't even eat that much like chicken nuggets at home, so it doesn't matter.
mhm. Well, here's like the weird thing, you know, Chick-fil-A sauce wasn't the only thing too that like started to like disappear.
What the hell?
I
This
mean,
is like some big conspiracy going on?
the obvious thing is like electronics are also hard because of the chip shortage right now.
Yeah.
I the amount of times I have to say we don't have PS5s at my job is if I had a nickel for like every time someone said it, asked that question, I could probably pay off my student loans.
Is it daily?
Yeah, it's daily. It is, especially now since like it's what's it called, Christmas time. So like there's a chip shortage obviously, but then also like
Oh, that.
Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, I think for a time could not like they ran out of like the refresher flavors. You know those
Really?
refresher teas? Yeah,
Yeah.
they had them on low stock because again, they just weren't producing them enough to like send them out to like every store,
Mhm.
which is was weird.
Supply
I
and
think
demand.
the funny thing is I think I read something about Baskin Robbins also going through the same issue, not with the ice cream, but with like the cups and spoons that they
Yeah.
use. They also didn't have a lot of
Cups
them
and
in stock.
spoons.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird. Things are going up in price because of it. You know what's really going up in price? Freaking cigarettes too. Like I don't know.
How
I
much are
think
they? Is it 11
they
bucks a pack?
so a Newport's at my job is like 10.75.
10.75. I figured I was close.
Yeah, the funny thing is like the we now have a lot more people buying them at my shop because I guess people in New York, it's really high in New York now because in New York I think there's like
Taxes.
you got the federal tax, but you also got like New York City tax as well on top of that.
Yeah.
So they go
Yeah.
here, but now we have people coming in buying like a bunch, and then we don't see them for like maybe half a month, like a couple weeks until they run out, and they come back to buy them in my shop. It's like it's getting ridiculous. You know what it is? I think part of it's also like the national. I think there was a tobacco tax increase recently. I know New Jersey also. I don't know about Pennsylvania, but New Jersey also started like regulating when they can have discounts. Like we're not allowed. Like the companies are no longer allowed to make those like special promotions on their packs where it's like, oh, this pack's 75% off, 75 cents off, and things like that. They're no longer allowed to do that in New Jersey. Jersey also no longer allows you to what's it called, sell flavored what's that shit called? I already forget it.
Was there something else?
Vape juice or whatever it's called.
Vape juice.
Yeah,
Okay.
flavored
I don't
ones are
know. I
no
don't
longer
vape.
allowed. Are no are no longer allowed in where I live. Which is funny because apparently no one told us that. Or you know what it was? I think they passed the law like right before everything shut down. So like it never really got put into place or like enforced. And now since everything opened back up, they still weren't enforcing it until like 2 weeks ago when they decided to just be like, by the way, that's illegal. If you don't take that shit down, we're gonna give you like a fine.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
know, like in southwestern, like I know in like West Virginia they sell cigarettes and like tobacco in general cheaper uh than in like Pennsylvania and probably New Jersey.
I think you know what it is. Part of it is because we also have local taxes, not just federal. Everyone has to pay
Yeah,
the federal tax, but then also there's like local. Certain cities and states like put more because they want to like have less people smoke.
yeah. I mean that's how they. I can't believe how high they are though. Like I
They're
remember
getting
when they were like
ridiculous.
$5 a pack.
It's getting really ridiculous now. I had a guy complain
Yeah.
about it. He said cigarette prices should be lowering now because everything's going
It
down.
honestly makes me happier I don't smoke.
Yeah. I don't think I told you that story about the guy who came into my job the other day claiming he was from the city. Here's one thing I learned about people is that they apparently don't understand how the free market works. Just because
Yeah.
candy is like a 75 cent at one store doesn't mean it's gonna be 75 cents in every store.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This guy went on a rant saying gas is down, so everything needs to go down. I work for the city. Cigarettes, you keep making it higher, you shouldn't be higher. It should be lower. I'm gonna get you in trouble, blah blah blah. Really annoying shit at the end of the day.
Oh, aren't you just the cashier or something?
One, I'm just a cashier, and two, shut the fuck up because you don't work for the city. You're the homeless guy that lives down the corner. I know you. It's I don't know. I live in a really terrible place for like a shop because of all the
Yeah,
crazy people that come in.
it's
Like
understandable.
yeah, like it's like when it comes to like homeless people in my city, it's like you either got like normal people and then you have the
Yeah.
batshit insane people. Like I was
Eh,
closing up shop earlier
man.
today. I was closing up shop earlier today, and as I'm closing, across the street, there's a homeless dude sitting on a chair, just yelling at air, like having a full-on argument with nothing but thin air, making
Yeah.
gestures and whatnot, and pointing at just something that's not there and arguing it with
Oh,
him.
believe me, DC and New York City, those places like freak me out with some of the nut jobs there. I can't imagine like other places like Miami or Los Angeles.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really annoying. The worst part is like they when they enter your shop. The thing is not only just the homeless people, it's just people in my city in general are just
Why do they
fucking
enter your
batshit
shop?
insane.
Just because they have nothing better to do?
There's one homeless guy who has nothing better to do than to talk for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
The problem is he's also like I guess he wants to seem like he's smart sometimes, so he'll purposely like just talk about shit. Sometimes it's like extremely wrong, but he'll present it like it's a factual argument, or he'll say something very basic that everyone knows, but present it like it's some like unheard of fact that no one else knows, and he's the one who knows it. It's really weird sometimes.
Wear a tinfoil hat too.
Not so much as a conspiracy theorist guy, just like stupid shit. Like he saw me with like foot warmers the other day, those like ones you can buy and put in your shoes to like warm your feet. The ones that like use like oxidization to like heat up and things like that. And explained to me that the way how they work is that when they stop giving heat, you have to throw it out. As if that wasn't like common sense. I don't know.
Have you ever used the reusable ones?
I've used no, I haven't. I haven't used
Yeah, yeah, I
reusable.
got someone as like a present one time, and you can like I don't know, there's like it's like a liquid, and there's like a metal tab, and you like push on the metal tab, and then it like makes
Reaction.
the whole thing solidify, and it emits heat. Probably some chemical reaction that I could not understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's oxidization.
Yeah. Well, then to get it to go back to normal, you have to boil it. That's probably the annoying part about it, though, is that you have to boil it because I'm way too lazy to do that.
Huh. Do you get crazy people at your job?
No, no, I do. Well, maybe Karens. We
Oh,
don't get like these crazy people that speaking to thin air, but we might get the occasional Karen or something. Or very bougie people because I live in like where I work. There's a lot of rich old people and stuff like that, and it's right next to a theme park. So a very big touristy area. And I remember one time these women came in and I work at a brewery, and they asked if server if we had any non-alcoholic beer. It's like, excuse me,
Do they have the haircut?
what haircut? A Karen haircut?
Yeah.
What, these women? I don't think so. But
I
like
don't
that.
I don't get a lot of Karens. I do get like the opposite of Karen, like the very chill black grandmas
Oh yeah,
who call you honey all the time.
that is amusing.
I
Oh
It's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
I got another good one too. Like earlier, we were talking about like people that are like cool and stuff at our work. Like sometimes the other day, I went to take food to this table, and I saw as I was walking over, they all like clank glasses. I was like, oh, they must have be doing a cheers. Maybe they just did a toast. So as I dropped the food off, I was like, oh, did I miss the toast? And the one woman, I was kind of wondering if she was drunk because she actually like started talking to me. She's like, "Oh yeah, like what's your name, honey?" Or something like that. I was like, Tony." And then, like as I was walking away, she's like, "Well, thanks, your real name." And I don't. I think the one dude was probably her son or something. Was like, I mean, yeah, it's probably his name, mom. Uh, this isn't a strip club. It's not like he's going by another name.
Little did he know that wasn't your real name.
I mean, yes, technically speaking, it was not my real name. I
Uh, that's like
She when she came, I was like, "It is my real name." I
she
was
was on to you.
like, I will answer to it. Thank you very much.
She's been stalking you for the last week. She was on to you.
Oh, one
Funny.
time I was stacking glasses at the bar, and this woman, like, who was definitely like 50 years old or so, was like talking to me, but it was in a very sensual way. She's
Oh,
like, oh, like, how long have you been working here? And I was like, 3 months. She's like, oh, really? I was like, you here with anyone? She's like, no, by myself.
I see that you shouldn't have asked that.
And then I was like, oh, okay, what are you drinking? I am so unused to people actually talking to me at work.
Same.
I was like, and yeah, she was like, oh, I'm drinking rosé. And I was like, this lady needs to be cut off. it's
Oh, that's funny.
I was like waiting for her to like ask me to join her or something after work. And then like I kept looking over at the bar. I was like, is she still there? Because like honestly, I mean, if she's got some money. I could be like a
Sugar baby.
what's the yeah I was gonna say what's the opposite of a like sugar mom or sugar yeah sugar baby, is that it?
Sugar baby, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fun time though.
I don't know. I never get flirtatious solicitations at work. I
I'm a
got
cutie. I can't help it, and I got a thick ass.
I got one once while I was opening gates, like the window gates,
Yes.
from like a car, like some older woman. No, some I think it was her niece. Her niece just said, "You, my aunt thinks you're cute," and it's like, "Damn, your aunt needs to get her eyes checked." I'm like ugly as fuck, just randomly.
Hey, if you can pull ants, pull ants, man.
Nah, dude,
Ants right there with milfs.
that is true. Like, there's the milf, and then there's like the how would you pronounce that? Alf,
What?
elf, elf.
The
I don't
elf.
know. The elf.
Either way, I don't think MILF. I don't think they actually have to be a mother. Like they just
No,
have to like sort of have the figure and like the
yeah,
age, stuff like that. It's
I,
more of a
I forget
characteristic.
who was. There's a streamer who like his whole like thing. He's a professor or whatever. He explains different
Yeah,
topics.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
He explained why a MILF does not need to be an actual mother.
Yeah, he makes all sorts of. I found him on TikTok, and then I was like, wow, this guy's like videos are actually pretty good.
I found them
Like he
because of a
explained the
Twitter.
randomness, like, oh, this is like the science of traps or something. I was like, I didn't ask, but honestly,
I'm intrigued. So go on,
I,
sir. The science behind
did
traps.
you plan on buying anything over like Black Friday?
Did I?
Well, not Black Friday, but I just mean with the deals going on in general.
Honestly, there's a few things. Well, right now I'm debating. There's something I want to purchase, not necessarily because of Black Friday, but there's something I want to purchase.
Yeah.
I want to get the. I wasn't able to get the Fall of Man edition of Shin Megami Tensei, I
Yeah.
and I really want that demon handbook, the art book of all the demons that they have. And
Okay.
I keep seeing them go up on eBay, and I just never buy them, but I kind of want to. And I'm debating whether or not to get one. They're like I think right now going for like 70,
You
60
like
to
art
70.
books, like if
I
they're
I
nice,
I
they're
do
quality.
like art books. I still have I got the Fire Emblem Three Houses one.
Yeah.
Then I got like the when I bought the 30th anniversary of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light release. It also came with like a book that had it was not really only an art book, but it had extra stuff, but it was mostly art towards the end. And I also
How
got
about buying the Persona 5 one? I did not though.
Penis Demon Daddy on a chariot.
Yes.
The what's it called? They changed the angel design in the latest game, I think, by the way.
Didn't you show me
She
that she
yeah,
was no
it's
longer safe for or not safe for work?
she is no longer like a flex tape ad. She is
Lewd.
now like a mechanical doll.
No longer like a BDSM kink.
Kinky girl.
Yeah.
Bible discussion and study meetings, I think is the quote from the fucking mobile game.
Really?
The yeah, like you know in DDX2 Liberation, they have I think that's what it's called. They have a section where you can write comments about demons and whatnot. And it was intended for like, oh, people to give their thoughts about demon play styles, like reviews about like this demon and whatnot. Instead, people just fucking use it to like post random bullshit about some, especially over like the female demons. They're always like fucking saying shit about them. Fucking Angel literally is like BDSM mommy. And then there's that like one
I'd believe it at
post
least.
where it's like, yes, my BDSM mom, Bible discussion and study meetings. I like the new design though. And it's like
Yeah.
a mechanical ball. I have one actually. I recently just fused one. I
Start
know.
asking for Christmas stuff yet?
Well, I'm getting. I know my father's giving me like a desk for Christmas because I need one for my new room.
We talked about that earlier.
I did mention that earlier that I want a new desk for Christmas. I want to get like an actual PC by the end of next year. You know?
Uh, it's enough for Christmas. At some point, I should just get one. But I want to save up a lot of money before I do that. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I
And
asked for jewelry though from my mother, and I asked for a typewriter because I told her I was like, yeah, sometimes I like writing poems, and I'd like to be able to like have them typed out and then frame them, give
do
them to
you like
people.
do you like typing out your writing? Because I know we both do some writing. Do you prefer like handwriting shit or do you like actually like typing it out?
Don't have good enough calligraphy that I would want to write it out. I think I could get there, but yeah, I want to say typing it out.
Well,
That's
yeah,
that's a tough one. Ain't gonna lie.
yeah. Like, I don't like writing my shit out simply because eventually it's gonna be on a computer anyway.
Yeah,
So I'd rather just open up Google Docs and just switch like to Courier font and just start writing there.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I also just type it out. Um, yeah. I don't do. I I used to do like handwritten like writing, but that was like back when I was like 15 or something, 14.
Do you I don't know if I've asked you this before. Do you keep a journal still by any chance?
Of what?
Well, just journal. Like I say, like a
Uh,
lot. Like every single like creative writing class I've ever taken, high
yeah.
school to college, they always mention you should keep a journal and things like that.
Uh, I don't think I have any kind of journal right now.
Every time I try to
Like,
start like do one, I never like end
yeah.
up continuing it after
There's
like
also, I
week.
mean, yeah, I mean, neither did I. There's also like a lot of the teachers I had like had different stuff. Like I've had teachers like tell us like, yeah, I just want you to write in it for like 5 minutes every day or something like that. And I've also had teachers who, uh, and besides, a lot of the reason I had journals for these classes is they wanted us to like take notes or something. Uh, I'm trying to think if I often had a journal I used exclusively for uh personal and/or creative writing, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Would have been cool.
Yeah, would
Would
have been
have
real.
been cool.
I know since we're on the topic of writing. I sent you a few like posts from this one Tumblr blog I follow.
Writing prompts?
Writing prompts. You've seen them, right?
Yeah, I read the ones you sent me.
Yeah.
I responded to them.
Did you really? I didn't. Man, I glossed over that. Hold on. Let me open up Messenger. Look at that.
Okay.
Did
I
you like?
said,
Yeah.
what?
Did
Did
you
I
like
like
any
them?
of them? Yeah.
I thought the one was interesting. I remember that. Oh, the one I said like, I mean, this is a cool concept, but like, I don't know what I would do with it personally. The one about like two people who are immortal, or like what the one's immortal, the other just one, other one reincarnates. Like, I don't know like what I would do with that.
Yeah, that would make for an interesting interesting story.
Yeah,
I for just purely comedic purposes, I really love the other one was like an adventuring party where each member hates the rest of the party, defeats the Dark Lord with the power of hatred rather than friendship. That's
yeah,
that would
that
make
one.
that would be great for like an adult like cartoon show. I just
Yes,
like it would
yeah.
be like the perfect plot for that. Speaking of adult fantasy cartoons, have you heard of like the shit behind like High Guardian Spice? Or
I
have you heard
no,
of
I'm not sure what you're talking about actually.
so Crunchyroll apparently produced their own like anime or whatever called High Guardian Spice, something like that. Apparently everyone hates it. And I've been looking at clips of it online and seeing like what people were saying about it. My God, does that show look pretty bad? It looks like a low budget like cartoon that maybe a small group of people made.
Not watch this.
But then the fact of the matter is Crunchyroll makes you pay a bunch of money to well, let me not say that. Crunchyroll makes you pay to watch it. And it's
So, or
not
like you just have to be subscribed to the like Crunchyroll or whatever.
yeah, but there's a lot of people are saying like it's not really worth it. Apparently like
Oh, yeah,
the
it
audio
looks like shit.
yeah, it looks like shit. The audio is terrible. Like not only is the acting terrible at sometimes, the direction is bad. I think it's
Yeah.
mostly the voice directing is really bad. The
Actually,
actual
I'm looking at this
recording,
thing. It says Americans suck at anime. It's like a thumbnail for the show,
yeah.
like someone talking about it.
Apparently, at one point it was. I don't know if it's still like this, but apparently, even like the anime pirating websites,
Yeah.
even they weren't like carrying it because it was just that bad. But yo, I think
Have you seen Star?
the most egregious of it though is the fact that they use a low res like PNG image of a lamppost instead of drawing one. And like it's two things. Like first they use the PNG image, not that bad, but then they use a
Yeah.
low res one. And it's just like you can obviously tell. Same with like a scene where they have bread, and I was just like, what is this animation?
So
Or
are you
rather,
saying
lack
some of the
of
scenes they just randomly use like
PNGs from the internet. Yeah, but
sub later?
you know what
Say how bad this is or
you
something.
know what we should totally like watch it together just to like see how bad it is. See if it's as bad as people say it is, and if it deserves that much like hatred. People hate it. Like if people are really talking about how bad it is, it's really
Find it
weird to
though if they're
me.
not offering it on these pirating sites.
I assume that's changed. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can find it. Because I'm not paying for Crunchyroll Premium.
You don't watch Star Wars or do you?
Star Wars, not really. I've been
Yeah.
meaning to get into like I want to watch the animated one, the
I
Bad
was gonna
Batch.
say, did you see Star Wars Visions?
Visions. I
Is
did
that what you're
not.
talking about? Or are you
I'm
talking about
no.
Clone Wars?
I'm talking about Bad Batch. No, I've seen Clone Wars a long time ago. I'm talking about Bad Batch.
Oh, Bad Batch. I know that's a thing because I have Disney Plus and like I saw it on there. So Bad Batch. I didn't really know what it was. It didn't pique my interest either. Just seeing it. Uh, do you know what Star Wars Visions is?
I do not.
I
Enlighten
look
me.
it up. It's pretty cool. I'm like 4 episodes in. I've been enjoying it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each episode is animated differently. and
Really?
they're all a different story, and they're actual like anime style.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yeah, the first episode is like a samurai, and they make it like very serious, like drawn faces, and it's black and white.
I know. As far as Bad Batch, I saw my father was watching it in Spanish on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and what's it called? Apparently, it follows like a group of clones that are bad clones, like they're badly made, so they're different from like the other clones, and it just
Okay.
follows their group.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did not watch like a lot of it. Other than
Okay.
Star Wars, have you watched anything else like lately?
Star Wars?
Other,
Lately, I'm on the third season. No, I'm on the fourth season of Attack on Titan. Like the first episode or so. Like, nah, more like episode two or three. But I think you get the point. Um, not really watched anything else that I can think of show wise. At some point, my roommate wants me to watch Game of Thrones. I also want to watch Tokyo Godfather. No, it was called Tokyo.
Tokyo
Is it?
Godfathers?
Yeah, is that the name of it?
That's a movie.
Yeah, no, I want to watch it for the
You
Christmas
haven't watched
season.
it?
No, I watched it. I
I thought we
watched it
watched it
when we
together.
lived together.
Yeah, then I
Yes,
say, didn't
I've
we
I've
watch
seen
it
that
together?
movie like many times.
It's a good movie. It's a really
My
good movie.
gosh, sometimes I like watching stuff because of the holiday season.
I'm saying that, but I also just finished rewatching Deep Space Nine for like the third time.
Wow. See, there you go.
So I guess I can't really blame you. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of like I'm watching Preacher right now. I think I'm on the third season. I had
Future. Is
Preacher.
that the
That's
one? Is it an A&E
yeah,
show about
AMC,
a
but yeah.
priest? Oh, AMC about a priest and it's like the apocalypse.
Well, he has like the power, like he has the power to control people with his voice,
Okay.
and I think it does
Oh,
have to
like
do
was
with
he
the
like
apocalypse.
hit by a parasite or something?
Yeah, it's like it's called Genesis, and it goes into his body, and it gives him the power to like talk, like whatever he says a command, like you have to follow it to the best of your ability. It's interesting. It's funny. It's based off a comic, an old comic.
Okay, no, I like know about it a little bit because I remember when they were showing it on AMC.
I've been meaning to read the comic as well, but started watching it. It was pretty good, pretty funny. Hitler's in it,
Like, what do you mean?
huh?
What do you mean Hitler's in it?
Adolf Hitler is one of the characters on the show.
How and or why?
So it involves going to hell, and they meet Hitler there. And my God, is Hitler such a great character when they first introduce him?
Is that a fact?
Oh my God, I don't want to spoil it because I think you really should watch it. But my God, Hitler's great. And that's a sentence I never thought I would say before in my life. But you know what? Hitler is great. I can't wait for that to get taken out of context. It's gonna be a bad day for me.
Just that part.
Yeah.
Like a snippet of the podcast that just Gabe's like, oh,
Hitler's
like
great.
just
Hitler's
ranting
great.
about how much he loves Hitler.
You make a
Anyway, you
clip.
got anyone else? Saddam Hussein.
Nah, just
The
Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Hitler. I was gonna say we make a clip. We just there's just that clip and it's just like Gabe rants about how much he loves Hitler. Oh, you gotta watch Preacher though. Preacher's
What's
pretty
it
good.
on?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I might be able to watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, you can watch it on Hulu or you can watch it on the internet for free.
Have you seen there's like another one like about like samurai or something. I can't remember what it's called. Like
Which one?
it's an AMC show. It's like something
Something
maybe
samurai.
not about samurai, but like some sort of blades or like fighting.
Don't know.
Gosh, I can't think of it.
There's a whole AMC section on Hulu. I could probably find it
The
there.
Badlands maybe.
You know what? I think I saw one episode of that when it first came out, and then I never watched another one again. Not because I remember it being bad or anything, but just because I don't know, I just wasn't interested in it.
It's reasonable enough. I've had so many people tell me to watch random ass shows that I
You don't end up watching.
oh yeah, what's a
What's that one anime you keep trying to make me watch, but I refuse to at this point, just out of spite?
That's it.
Definitely, yeah.
Missing out.
I probably will end up watching it. I also have to finish Hunter, or rather, catch up on Hunter x Hunter.
That
And
one even over? Like, is
no,
like
I
I
want
heard
to.
like the artist like keeps taking a or the creator like keeps taking like hiatuses or something, and like didn't he like remake some of the old stuff?
I don't know. All I know is I started watching the series and I stopped for a while, and it's like still ongoing. So I'm like, I gotta catch up, but I'm too lazy to. I still gotta finish. I guess now we're on the anime portion of the podcast. I gotta also finish Serial Experiments Lane. I never got around to finishing that.
That one's good.
It really is, though. Love the like
The reason my
beginning.
partner is like wondering, like, is it good?
It's good. It's good. If you say otherwise, I'm kicking you off right now.
Yeah. I still need to finish One Piece. I'm on episode one.
Good luck.
Like my one friend actually watches One Piece quite a bit, and like he'll tell me like how much he really enjoys it. And I asked
Yeah.
him, I was like, I want a serious answer. How much of One Piece is filler? Like as long as it is, and he said like 5% or something. I was like, you're being like we're having a 100% conversation right now. You're telling me it is only maybe 5% filler. He said, I promise you. I was like, I'm not gonna argue with that.
God damn. That's a lot.
And
That's a lot of
I was like, man,
episodes.
once he told me that, I was like, holy shit, man, I might have to watch One Piece. If like as good as he says it is, and it's like that long, and only 5% of it is filler, that's whack.
Yeah. You were planning on reading anything new though?
Manga wise, or
Yeah,
like
manga
you
wise.
talking books in general? Um,
Both.
I have like a collection, like I have written down of stuff that I want to read. Like because I used to have an app for manga on my phone, and I barely read any of them. I read Prison School and a couple others, but yeah, there were like a lot. But yeah, there's a lot I do want to read. Like Vagabond, I heard that one's pretty good. Berserk, I want to read that one, but I mean, just never got around to them.
Yeah.
In
Fair
terms
enough.
for actual books, though, I have plenty of books that I own that I want to read. Some are like entertaining, and some are like actual educational books that I got in school that I was like, I want to read this at some point.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We're reaching that
Why
like
did
we're like ending mark, by the way, Antoine. You wanna yeah, any like anything else you wanna say?
um well, once we get the email set up and stuff like that, after this episode, hopefully, if you guys want to send some input, you can do that to our email. I don't think I got much else. I think this was a decent first episode. I think it could have been better. Decent though.
Yeah.
We'll pick better topics next time.
The journey begins with
Uh,
a single step.
that's true. Does begin with a single step. If there's any sponsors out there, I will quit my job on the dime if there's a sponsor out there. I don't care what you're sponsoring, like how much you're like, oh, you're giving me $1 to sponsor you guys on here. I will quit my job immediately. If you give me that dollar, or any signed contract is completed.
Well, that was it for this podcast. I'm Gabe,
I'm Anthony.
and here's to awkward beginnings. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.